Aha!
Can we see?
Can we see? We can see. Yeah. Can anybody else see?
StreamYard. Can anyone see us? My comments aren't coming up, which is a little bit bizarre. But I've got a backup here, so that's good. So, what's that about?
I don't know.
Don't know. Anyway, right then, hello to everyone. We're here to obviously talk about Celebrity Beyond. We want to let you know about our experience, and we've also got a really exciting announcement to make.
We have. Well, actually, I'm going to make the really exciting announcement now, so everybody can turn off after. Thanks to the lovely Canuck,
yes,
my glasses has returned from their cruise of Norway and Iceland.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know why the comments aren't coming up, so that's a bit frustrating, but I've got them on my phone here, but I can't show people what they are. So if anyone's got an idea of why my comments aren't coming up, who uses StreamYard, if they could just let me know. But that's fine. So let's go straight into it's great to see so many people here, and so many of our Patreons and YouTube members. It's very heartwarming. So
as you can probably tell, about 10 minutes ago, Carol's like, do you know, I feel absolutely fine about this live tonight. I was really nervous before, but tonight there's no problem at all. And literally about 30 seconds ago, said, "Oh mate, I'm really nervous."
I don't know if what's happening though. That's frustrating me. So anyway, let's go in. Let's start about Celebrity Beyond. So let's start a look at the questions of what we've got here. I'm sorry I can't show them on the screen. I'll get the first question was a Cruising for One, who's one of our members, asks us, how was the gym on Beyond?
I got to be honest, it was in line with all the other workouts I'd had on cruise ships, which was absolutely non-existent. But we did have a walk around the gym, just to say we went there. And I have to be fair, it was quite comprehensive.
No. We didn't go physically, did we?
I went in the gym.
You walked around.
Yeah, well, that's going in the gym, isn't it?
Oh dear. So, I'm frustrated that we can't get the comments.
So clicking on that StreamYard thing.
No, it just shows. It just shows live can show. Here's an example, but I don't want an example. I want the actual. So private. Actually, this is what probably is public. Let's see now. Let's scroll down. Sorry about this, people. No, I don't know what's going on. Right, so let's forget about that. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit frustrating. So let's go back to the comments we've got here. So if you've got a question for us, I'm looking on my phone for the questions now. So let's start talking. Let's tell you about what do you want to start with? Let's start with the bars on Celebrity. If you're planning a cruise on Celebrity Beyond, it is a fantastic ship, isn't it, Paulie?
It is
amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's carries 3,200 over 3,200 passengers. When we were on board, it was actually 1,600 going on. Oh, we've just had a live chat, a top chat. Thank you from Tony G. Appreciate that. Sorry we can't show it on the screen.
But he says, I love some Paul and Carole time. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, but going back to the Martine. Oh, they've just all appeared. Woo! Sorry about this. This is our second live stream.
I sorted that out. I just want you to know.
So I want to just, if I go on that, let me find it. Down. So here it is. Show. Yes. So thank you so much. I'm so relieved now, as you can see. So thank you, Tony G, for that. We really appreciate that. Let's go back to some of these questions then. I can now see them. Everyone's having a lovely chat. Do you know, I love the cruise community. We feel very privileged to have so many great followers and so many bloggers here. So thanks to obviously the Cruise Boys and Lizzie Lou Milo, and so many people here that support us, Cruise Monkeys and all our Patreons, Cruising for One. We really do appreciate your support. But back to the Beyond. So if you've got a question for us, please write in their question first in in capitals ideally. But I can see one here is from Frank and Jen in New Mexico, who have followed us for a very long time. So thank you, Frank and Jen. Question: favorite meal on Beyond? Oh, so many, wouldn't there?
The main dining rooms are fantastic. There's 4 different main dining rooms, and they've all got a theme. So whichever one you go to, they will still have the same meals as all the other 3 restaurants, but they will have a section that is dedicated to that particular restaurant.
Yeah,
we had some lovely meals in there, because I must admit I had some lamb in the
well, there was a Tuscan Cypriot restaurant, so you have foods from that region, and the service and food we had there was excellent, wasn't it?
But my favorite meal on the Beyond was in Le Petit Chef.
Yeah, we had a specialty meal book there. We don't want to show too much. We'll give you some idea that it's basically an animated meal.
Yeah. The meal's real.
Yes.
But the experience is animated.
You sit there, and it's basically there's a little chef who appears on your plate, and he tells you all about the ingredients and about how the meals are cooked, and all the table is animated. And it was such a special evening, because to the side of us was a family, lots of families on Celebrity, which we'll go back to shortly. And there was a little boy went there, he was only about 6 or 7, and he was having the time of his life, as we were enjoying this meal. It was absolutely fabulous.
This lad's reaction to everything just enhanced our experience.
Yeah.
Because sat to the other side of us was a girl who was having her 18th birthday party, and to say she was a brat would be an understatement. She showed off, she stormed out, she came back. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. This 6 or 7-year-old lad, it was like it was the best day of his life, and it was so heartwarming to see a child so appreciative, because obviously at that age it's hard to sum up what's going on, but his face, honestly, if you could have bottled that, it'd been the best thing ever.
Made a fortune. Going on to I keep looking. Look at all these. Dan the Cruiser. Thank Dan. Dan's the one that's been sorting out some fantastic deals for us and got us $900 onboard credit for Celebrity Beyond, which we'd struggled to spend, didn't we, in the end? And what we did, we've just actually filmed a new video of how.
You're not going to give all the secrets away, are you?
No, I'm not going to tell them what's included. I'm just saying that we just filmed a new video, because we're not big casino goers, and we didn't know how to spend our money.
I'm going to tell them what we did with our money.
I'm only going to give them the title. It's not a big surprise. Anyway, we put a video together about how you can actually turn your onboard credit into real cash and take it physically home with you.
And if you can't work it out from those small clues that Carole's giving you, well, there's no hope, is there?
But anyway, so Lumalo says he's lost, talking about glass, he's lost 2 pairs of glass on cruises. Luckily, see, you need friends like Karen Ackerman, Craig, that can go and find them for you. Let's see. Cruise Boys. I seen you had a question there. Cruise Monkeys too. I'll come back to... Oh, Cruise Boys put, we can try the gym for you guys. We went to the gym for the first time on Virgin with Cruise Boys, didn't we? I had such a good laugh.
We didn't go to the gym with them.
We did.
We went to an exercise class. We still didn't go to the gym.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, you're just making stuff up now, aren't you?
Sally Mitchell, right then, glad to see the glasses have come home. So the Cruise Monkeys. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining our stream. We're on Beyond in January. When will your blogs be out? We're looking forward to picking up some tips and what are the things we must try. Now, our blogs are going to be out. We've got Electric Sunsets episode 2 coming out on Sunday, and then we've got our Infinite Cabin review coming out. Then we've been filming our Celebrity Beyond. We're going to do a review type video first, and then we're going to go into a vlog series. So they'll be well out before you go in January. What are the things we must try? You guys also be living at the Martini Bar.
Yes, you will absolutely.
You'll love it.
What was it? Good Spirits on Sky.
Yes, Good Spirits on Princess.
That was a nice bar, but the Martini Bar on Celebrity Beyond just knocks that into a tin hat, I have to say.
It does.
Fantastic.
You'll love it there. Must try the Sunset Bar. You're quite foodies, aren't you? So I would say there are other specialty restaurants we didn't try, but make sure you don't have for lunches. Eden does some fantastic salads, sandwiches, and it's a really good setting for lunches. And people don't go there, do they?
No, they don't. I don't think a lot of people know it's there.
No, so that would be try the food in Eden, and
if you like Indian food, every night in the buffet they've got a specialty in Indian
Yeah,
section, and
that was your favourite,
that's a
wasn't it?
permanent fixture. And every night it was different, and every night it was fantastic. And every time I went there, I said, I am not going to have Indian tonight. And then 10 minutes later, I'm sat there with a lambuna. So it was like, but it was fantastic.
The cruiseman, because you'll love all the outside space as well, because you like watching a sunset like we do, and the sunset bar is amazing. It is a fabulous ship. It is something like we've not experienced before. There's cruise at Canucks are here. Do you know we learned what a Canuck is last night? So I know we've been following you guys for.
I said to Carole, it must have some reference to Canada, and she had no idea, but she Googled it, and apparently it does mean
Canadian. And I didn't know that. So I learned something new. So there we are.
And is it Canuck or is it Canucks?
Canucks.
Canucks.
I don't know.
Canucks.
So let's think. Innocence abroad. Hi, Bob. Things cruise monks would like Eden for drinks. What they do in Eden as well on an evening. Let's explain Eden actually, because it's right at the after the ship. You can walk in two ways. If you go in one way through the sort of art gallery, you come into this walkway that looks like you're going through space. It's really bizarre. And then you come into this sort of garden type venue that's got even a different smell, hasn't it? It's very bizarre. It has. I said, can't you? It smelled different. It was very. It was. Paul didn't get it at first, but the third time he walked in, he said, "You know what? I think it does smell a bit different."
I just said that to keep her quiet. To be honest, so just like.
But what it does is it's over 3 floors, and it's got all these different sitting areas, but it also got a dance floor where they have musicians playing, but they also have live entertainment in there. Celebrity Beyond have 2 entertainment teams. They have one that focuses in theatre, and they have one that focuses in Eden and the club, which we'll talk about as well. Entertainment was mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
The theatre's got this LED screen that even if the LED screen, the shows would have been brilliant, but the LED screen just brought everything to a new dimension, wasn't it?
Do you see how much of a tangent you went on there? They were asking about spicy cocktails in Eden, and you were telling them about the screen in the theatre.
Oh, sorry about that. But I think Bob's right. They will like that.
Yes, they'll love it.
So, oh dear.
You're on full gabble mode.
I am full gabble mode.
She's like a turkey with her egg cut off.
So someone's digressing. Carl's asking, what's been your favourite cruise and why? Oh, excuse me. You start. I've got a tickle.
Why do I have to start?
Oh dear.
But every cruise I've been on, you've been on there with me, so it's hard to choose. I have to be honest, this cruise on the Celebrity Beyond, I think is always, when it's the freshest in your mind, sometimes you forget how good other things was. But I have to say, this cruise we've just been on was absolutely immense.
Yeah.
There was so many things we liked. Entertainment was some of the best we've ever seen. The food was great. The ship was great. It helps that all the cruises we've done thus far, apart from the Electric Sunsets, was all sailing out of England. Being in the Med and the weather being fantastic, that gives it another dimension as well. Because you could stay outside till midnight because it was still warm, but they kept the pools open till 10 o'clock at night. So it just gives that totally different spin on your cruising experience to what we have done in the last 18 months, 2 years, really. But I would probably say the one we've just been on.
I think what added to our experience as well was we've been used to cruising out the UK, and it's been great fun cruising with, predominantly British passengers. But there was a really eclectic mix of passengers, weren't there? Yeah. Americans, Canadians, Australians, Europeans, and we really liked that mix. Yeah. We met people from all over the world, and we had so many interesting conversations, didn't we? It was brilliant. It was great fun. So I really liked that side of things. So that, and going back to families, I thought Celebrity would have enough.
Nobody's even mentioned families.
I mentioned families. Sorry. But if you have got children,
hopefully the batteries will run out on Carole in a minute, and then she'll start slowing down.
Okay.
Calm down.
I'll shut up then. No. If you've got families, I didn't think Celebrity would be a family cruise line, but it very much is.
They properly cater to families. Yes.
There was a lot of families on board that had teenagers, and they were having a whale of a time, weren't they? Which was brilliant to a some point, but they did get quite loud.
I still want to point out to you that nobody asked you about families.
Okay. Let's go to the questions then. So, question. Hi, Robert. Thanks for your question. Is there a limit on drinks like I hear it's on Princess Cruises? We don't know, actually. I wonder if anyone knows in the chat, because we never, I know we do like a drink, but we never get to the 15, do we?
It would be easy to make a flippant comment about some other cruise vloggers now, but I wouldn't dare go there. But
well, the cruise monkeys will be able to tell us in
January. Yeah.
So don't know, but we will find out for that, because that's a good point. And hi to Travel with Johnny and Will. How did your cruise experience on Celebrity compare with other lines like Princess? I think it surpassed Princess's experience.
Oh, I would, like you said, I don't want to go back to like it's the freshest in your mind, but it knocked it out of the park, didn't it?
Well, really? Princess is a lovely line, and they got beautiful ships. The more we cruise with Princess, the more we realise that Princess ships concentrate on looking in. What I loved about Celebrity Beyond is they concentrate on you looking out.
Yes.
And I think for me, that's a really big plus, because I love sitting outside in the warm weather watching a sunset. Yeah. Princess is, the piazzas are beautiful and the service on Princess is very good. But Celebrity have got something that's a little bit more magical than Princess have got.
But that
Sorry, Princess.
But the Beyond is definitely designed for a warm climate.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. Yeah. I think you've still got the sanctuary area if the weather was a little bit inclement, but you couldn't use the sunset bar if the weather wasn't very good. No. You couldn't really use the rooftop garden. That are all beautiful areas. The sunset bar is a Moroccan style, and it was designed by Nate Berkus, who's Oprah's friend.
Big friend. Yeah.
Yes.
God, if I hear that one more time.
No, we did have a fantastic time.
Oprah. I love her, I do.
I do.
Is she watching tonight?
Well, if you're watching Oprah, can you imagine?
Oh, hang on, super chat from Oprah. $2 million.
Oh, wouldn't that be good? So let's see. So we've got Frank, best port stop with Beyond. Oh, we had a great itinerary. We started off in Barcelona, we ended in Rome, and we did Villafrance. We did Laverna, we did Santa Margherita. Now, Santa Margherita was absolutely fantastic, because we've never been there before in Italy. And that was the gateway to Cinque Terre, where we went to the little villages that were absolutely beautiful.
I went to Cinque Terre. I don't know
where
you went.
Cinque Terre.
You went to see Terry, didn't you?
So for me, I think Santa Margherita was amazing.
It was beautiful, yeah. But to be fair, even though Naples is quite gritty and we weren't intended to get off, and I lost the backpack.
Yes, did you hear? He lost the backpack. Yeah, so Sky Princess, he lost the glasses.
And on
Celebrity Beyond, he's lost the backpack.
But I have got it on video of Carole saying, well, what I did is I took the backpack off the table and I put it under my handbag. So when I picked my handbag up, I knew I could give you the backpack. Part of that happened. And the backpack's still there now, enjoying a lovely time in Naples.
It's living an Italian life.
Karen Acklam, because she's quite selfish, she wasn't on holiday in Naples at the time, so she couldn't bail me out.
Linda Robson's asking a very valid question at the moment. Linda Robinson, did you have any problems with flights or luggage? We didn't, thankfully.
Apart from my backpack.
Yeah, but that's your fault.
That's been delayed by 2.5 weeks.
Yes. But we flew with BA and they were excellent. They were on time. We didn't have any kerfuffle at the airport. We went from Heathrow to Barcelona and then from Rome to Heathrow. And our luggage appeared and no issues.
Our flight actually got in early on the way back.
It did. So we didn't have any issues.
But
there was a few people on this cruise that had, but they'd come from Canada, from what I can gather, and their luggage didn't arrive, and it still hadn't arrived, had it, towards the end. So that was frustrating. Gary Benbridge, I don't know if I haven't seen Gary's here, but if not, if you watch his tips for travellers, he recommended to us about air tags, which are a locating device you put in your case, and it's not going to stop it getting missing, but at least you can track it. So we bought some of those for our next trip, which we'll tell you about all in a moment.
But all I know that air tags are going to do is going to give Carole something else to panic about when we're sat on the plane. Oh, our bags aren't in place.
I suppose, yeah, because you don't know, you don't worry, I suppose. That's a good point. Yeah. But at least if they do get lost, we'll know where they are, so they won't be lost.
Not with us.
I know. Lou's put, hi Lou, what do we think of the magic carpet? No.
We didn't, because they wanted $130 each for us to have a meal on there. And so
that was just for the specialty meal.
To be fair, that it's well used, because when you go on an excursion, depending on which side you're docked, they use a magic carpet for you to get off. They don't take you down.
No, it's if you're tendering.
Yeah.
So it's not used in the dock.
Yeah, but to actually sit in the daytime, it's on. They bring it to the pool deck level, but it was sort of
it was utilised. I think what I liked is I went in there when we were actually going along, and it gives you really different views of the ship from the outside to get some really good footage of the water on the side of the ship. I like sitting there and just looking at that. Well, Paul, you were in the sports bar, weren't you? So I sat there for quite a while looking at all that. I really enjoyed that. As a bar, it's utilised, but it was never packed out.
No.
As Paul had mentioned, the specialty restaurant, it was actually $129 per person. And we were like, no, we're not going to do that, because we didn't feel it was... Well, we looked at the menu, which we will be sharing on our reviews. But it is the gateway. How you get onto a tender, it's genius. Yeah. And because it's very easy. And even if you had accessibility issues, it really takes all that away. Because down on the deck, was it deck 2, I think? It's called the Destination Gateway. And you literally go there and it just sits, it's like going into a room and then you're straight onto the tenders. And it worked perfectly. And tendering was a breeze, wasn't it? Yes. It was really, really good. So my initial thoughts about the magic carpet, when you looked at it, you think, oh my God, what an eyesore, this big orange thing stuck on the side of the ship. But actually, when you see it, I really liked it. It seemed to fit there well. But would we say it's overutilized? It wasn't on our cruise, but then we only had, sort of 60% capacity, wasn't it, really? See, look, Cruise Bazaar, we're interested in families as we have a family on board soon.
Don't you side with her. She waffled on about...
Thank you, Justin.
Maybe she's she can read your mind, so she started talking about it before you would even ask the question. But obviously she's already answered it. But yes, it's great for families. It's really well. And you will love Le Petit Chef without a shadow of a doubt.
Yes. Yeah. You will, definitely. What card account do we use for our travels? Darren Bird's just asking. We just have
if we can find one that somebody's dropped at the airport, that's our preferred choice. But we always use a Barclay card, which is a credit card, because if you have any issues, they will properly fight your corner for you. So that's our credit card of choice. Yeah,
definitely. So Paula H. For a first time. For a first-time cruise, what would you suggest for over 60s? Really, you've got to do your research of what.
It's not about age.
No,
it's about what you like, what you don't like. Do you like flying? Do you not like flying? If you want to cruise out of Southampton, you're limited to what cruise lines are going out of there. I don't know where you come from, but if you live in America, then Southampton's no good to you. But are you geared up for itineraries, as in you want to go to, it's all about the ports, or is it more about the ship experience? Do you like entertainment? Do you like big theatre shows? Because we know people who don't go to the theatre at all, and and we know people who never go to the restaurant, they only go to the buffet. Yeah. So it's almost like you could spend Carole on full. But happily send us a message and we can give you some. Please just message us on our social media or here on. Just message us someone. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. Yeah, and we can give you some pointers. We point you in the right direction. And like I say, you use a good travel agent that knows. Like we use Dan, and he'll find out what you like and pick something for you. Paula H saying, hi guys, glad you enjoyed the cruise. We go on the 5th. Can't wait. Oh, have a fabulous time. Yes. Really enjoy it. John saying, do you miss your gardening when you're away?
No, I do love my gardening. Actually, it's dry as a crisp at the moment. It's like walking on shredded wheat because we've had such a hot weather.
But Carole's niece is always house sits for us.
Yes.
And what
she looks
did,
after it
what
well.
she did the last time is she sent us a little WhatsApp of her watering the plants.
Yes. Yeah, she always does a really good job. Stays here with friends and boyfriends, so that's good. Did we notice what celebrity was like for veggie food? They seem to. I can't say this for certain because I chose a lot of salads and vegetable dishes, didn't I? So, and I was impressed with the selection in the buffet.
We only went to the main dining rooms twice. So we went to the buffet a lot. We went to Eden. We did the one speciality thing. And I know at the Petit Chef, they did have options because, long story short, everybody has to sit down at the same time because it's like an event. And all the dishes are already pre-booked, pre-picked for you, unless you have got dietary needs, and then you can change it. So I know they definitely do in the Petit Chef, and I know they do in Eden, and I'm sure there was vegetarian choices in the main dining room. And 100% there was loads in because I had some fantastic vegetable curries and stuff.
You did.
It was amazing. So yes, I would say
Lou Malone, actually, Melissa, sorry to interrupt, because Lou's done a lot of celebrity cruises and he says it's excellent.
Yeah.
So so thanks for that, Lou.
Yeah, cheers, Lou.
Yeah. So cruising, but that's a good point. Cruising for one. Everyone says celebrity is better than princess, but the cost is high too. Yeah, and that is a trade-off. Our 2-week cruise, I wish we were on 2 weeks, 9-day cruise, cost us just over £2,000 a person. But that was all in with everything, and that was an infinite balcony cabin, which we didn't like, which we are putting a video out a week Sunday about. It didn't suit us, but some people loved it, didn't they?
Yeah,
it was. So that's
so it's the old saying, you get what you pay for, but I'd rather pay more and go on celebrity.
I think the thing is, we've done a lot of princess because it suits your dad, and your dad loves it. So I think maybe we've just done a lot of princess, and celebrity was new and exciting. And if we didn't do princess for a long time, maybe we'd feel the same.
And I think the trouble is, as well, as on the last celebrity we went on, there was a lot of strange people on there, wasn't there?
Sky Princess.
Sky Princess.
Yeah, a lot of people that are in the chat. Oh, we had a fantastic time.
You see the viewers drop now. There's 4 people watching now.
So thanks, Bob. He's put you only charge if you go over $15 at the moment. Thanks for that. And he's put a link in there. So if you want to know more about the beverage packages, that's there. So that's good. We're also going to be putting a post together about drinks, which you've just done the Morello one, haven't you? Finished that yesterday.
Yeah, been a good
So that's going to go out on the website soon. So Angela Welsh is on a countdown. Dan the Cruise has just confirmed that drink package, no, only limit is ordering 1 per person, but not maximum like Princess. So thanks for that. So that's good. Yeah, that's a good point. In Naples, we decided just to get off and wander because we'd never had a look around Naples. We've done it and we probably wouldn't do it again, but you can get to Capri and you can get some beautiful places from there, can't you? So we would do that if we would go again.
We did look at the excursions to Capri, but because we had so much onboard spends, we'd booked 3 excursions and we didn't want to overdo it. And the trouble is, 2 of the ones we booked, it was back to back and we had to get up at 6:30 in the morning. And you know how much I love mornings. So we just felt that 3 virtually 4-day excursions, well, the one was 2 of them were 9 or 10 hours and the one was about 6 hours. And we felt that on a 9-day cruise, that was enough. But we did look at the Capri one and we were quite tempted, to be fair.
Yeah. So that's fine. Sorry, it's just a few odd comments there. I'm just trying to get past. So Carole R. Hello there, Carole. How did you do in the quiz about bug? Well, not very well at all.
If having the lowest score was the way to go, I thought it was like golf, that the lower score you had, the better it was. But apparently it wasn't. But I have to say, there was 2 teams. The one team lost by 1 point to the other team, and they were sat by us, and they went mental. Yeah. You'd have thought they just won £10 million or something, because the prize was you could get up on stage and have your picture taken with a cat.
Yeah.
So I think we got 7 out of 20 or something.
Yeah, we were. our bug knowledge was very poor, but it was really nice. It was Captain Kate, who we didn't meet personally, but we seen her on 2 occasions when she was doing some presentations, and it was her husband that brought the cat out. She was busy in a pram. It was very bizarre, but there was, like Paul said, there's fanatics.
Loony.
So yeah.
Weirdly, the only question I got right, because Carole tried to do a bit of research before, how long is Bug Naked's tail? And I nailed it at 12 inches. I didn't nail the tail as long as I got it right.
You did get that right. Yeah. So Robert's asking, how was the celebrity app and Wi-Fi? App was very good.
App was perfect.
Wi-Fi mixed.
Take note of the cruise lines. Not going to name names and shame people. You know who you are. And the Wi-Fi was okay. I got to be honest. If you were doing like I was doing the Instagram stories, and if you were putting just a picture and a bit of a story, it would load virtually straight away. But if you put a video on, or if I use an app which you can put 3 or 4 photos on at the same time, and if you did that, it could take a bit of a while. But not certainly, I would say, of all the ones we've done, not bad at all.
No, it was okay.
Not how we'd like it to be, but it was not bad at all.
We're lucky with our we just kept reverting to 4G because we got a Sky package and it cost us £2 a day. So we were just, as soon as we were in port, and we were hugging the coastline all the time. So we were we could get 4G, so it wasn't a problem at all.
But not bad. But the app was absolutely
the app was
perfect.
really good for booking things. Yeah, it was very good. Carole's asking, and this is something we can't answer, but someone in the chat might be able to, is would you consider Celebrity a good cruise company for solos? Our friend Kathy went on the Celebrity Silhouette and didn't have a positive. She went to a meet that wasn't what's the word when they have someone hosted, and she said it was a bit uncomfortable. So I don't know the answer to that question, but please, if anyone does know, if they can answer that for Carole in the comments, that would be really helpful. If you have cruised with Celebrity, but I know our friend Kathy, who couldn't make it tonight, she's gone to a wedding. So if you're watching this on replay, hi Kathy, because she says she's lovely.
Because I got my proper glass on, I can read some of the comments. And Lumino, did he say he's 1,000 years old on there? Am I reading that right? I'm 1,000
years old. So, shall we tell people? Because Jerry Chapstick is just asking. So, should we stop our celebrity chat and we'll come to talking more about celebrity to tell you?
I think his name's Jerry Capstick.
What did I say?
Chapstick.
Chapstick. Sorry, Jerry. Jerry Capstick is asking, where are you going to next and who with? So, do you want to do the drum roll?
That's all you're getting, mate. Yeah.
Go on, you used to do better drum rolls than that. Yes, right then. So we have been invited by a company. Do you want to tell them?
Well, I'll tell you something. Anything to shut you up, because I know you. Honestly, you're like the
bloody. I'm all excited.
You're like the Watch Quit Bunny, that bloody
Duracell
bunny. We've been invited. It's been a long, drawn-out process over about 6 or 7 months, but it's all come together nicely, and we've been invited by Cruise Croatia.
Sail Croatia.
That's why you should never put me in charge. We're going on a boat type, yacht type thing.
We're going on a luxury small ship cruising.
Well, that's why I can't believe you let me tell them.
Shall I say?
Yeah, go on.
We've been invited by Sail Croatia, who are a company, obviously in Croatia, who concentrate on small luxury cruising. Well, they provide lots of small ship cruising. They do I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. They do navigator type cruises, which is for 18 to 30s type, which include hiking and canoeing and all the adventures. They do explorer type cruises, which is for more mature passengers that want to just do a bit more exploring, and they do a grade of cruising called elegance cruising. Now, elegance, we've been invited on a 7-day elegance cruise on a small ship called Queen Jelena, and it only has 38 passengers. So we've been invited to cruise with them for a week. We've had to fund our own flights, which flights at the moment are crazy. It's cost us over £1,000 to get to blooming Dubrovnik, hasn't it? And fly back from Split. But we're going, as I just said, to Dubrovnik. We're going to be cruising for 7 days all around the tiny little islands in Croatia. And I'm just so excited about it because it's like nothing that we've ever done before. We're visiting where did I wrote them down? MyJet, Kokula, which we've done once before, Viz, Havar, and Milner. So all these tiny little islands. And because it is a totally different type of cruising, we're going to be cruising mostly in the morning. So we're going to get on a ship, and this is what we've read and we've been told by Sail Croatia, who sound a fantastic company already. They've told us that we'll be cruising to the islands during the morning, and it involves you get a breakfast and your lunch included, and then you get sort of what you call enrichment talks about where you're going. And then in the afternoon, you dock at these little islands so that you can go on excursions or explore yourself. And then you're there for the evening. So your evening's your own. So you can go off to these tiny little islands and explore. And
but you have to be back on the ship by 5 a.m.
Yes, otherwise it goes without you to the next island. But I'm sure we'll cope with
that.
So
you know, Sue said, Paul, do you want to tell them? She had all that written down. I got nothing written down at all, and then she makes me look like a buffoon.
So that's really exciting. We're very excited about that.
And that's next Wednesday.
That's next Wednesday. But what we've done, as always, is we thought, should we treat ourselves to a little stay in Dubrovnik? Yeah. So we've booked the Dubrovnik Palace as a treat for 4 nights before getting on.
Yeah. And a big shout out to EasyJet because they already cancelled our flight.
Yes.
And then they said, but we rebooked it the day before.
Yes.
So we've now got to find another day's accommodation.
Well, we've sorted it now, haven't we? So, so that's really exciting. So we can't wait to take you. So make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Because we'll be sharing as in real time there our experience with Sail Croatia. So if anyone's sailed with them and you've got any tips or you've been to the Croatian islands, then please let us know in the comments.
Yeah,
exciting.
And
times.
I've learned more about what I'm doing next week in that last.
Well, the problem is with Paul. I say, "Do you want to read?" No, I don't want to know. He likes to be surprised, and then when I say to him, "Oh well, I didn't know that," it's like, "Well, you didn't want to know."
It's not that I want to be surprised. I can't be asked to read it, to be honest.
So. There we are. So let's go back. If you've got any questions about Croatia, we'll scroll down and we'll go back to talk about the celebrity questions we've got. So we've got here, hi Tina. As a lot of ships you've been on recently, large ships, have you sailed any smaller ships? We will be next week with the 38 passengers. We've sailed on Saga, Spirit of Adventure, which only had 999 passengers. Loved it.
And we did the Fred Olsen
Braemar.
That was
a small ship.
And we love smaller ships. We really do. We love them. And
we've potentially, we can't wait to tell you all, but we want to get all our final ducks in a row for this trip. We've got quite a bucket list trip we're just finalizing the details for over Christmas and New Year. That's with a line that concentrates on smaller ships and go into somewhere.
So no spilling the beans down the cruiser.
Or our patrons and YouTube members know already because we share all our trips with them, and that's part of being a patron YouTube member. So if you want to know all about our future trips, then do support us that way.
It costs you £1 a week. All it costs you. What can you buy? You can't.
So yes, we do want to go on smaller ships, and we do want to try them. So more news about that coming very soon. There's Julian Rick. Hi, Julian. We met Julian on Virgin and had a great time, didn't we? Hello, fabulous people. What did you make of the Sunset Bar compared to other ships? It's a fantastic Sunset Bar. Yeah. We loved it. It was. It had everything.
Yeah.
I can't say what was missing. Nothing.
I wouldn't change a thing. It was well staffed.
Comfortable seats.
Comfortable seats. There was nothing about it that I didn't like. Nothing I didn't not like.
No.
I liked it all. I've confused myself now. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah. That's a good point, actually. Thanks, Cruise Boys. We've done a lot of Marella cruising, and they are smaller ships. They're only like 2,000 passengers. Yeah. And we love Marella. And we're hoping to get on the Voyager, aren't we? So we're hoping to sort that out for next year because that's their new ship coming out.
I thought it was a spaceship.
What, the Voyager?
Yeah. What? You laughing at me now or something?
Yeah, let's talk about the Infinite Balcony because I thought I saw the Cruise Boys put something there as well about the Infinite Balcony. Yeah, it's the cabin itself was really comfortable. What are you doing?
I'm just having a look, mate. See what's going on.
The bathroom was amazing. The bed was really comfortable, but when you get to the Infinite Balcony, it just felt like it was a glorified outside cabin that you could open the window. I didn't feel I was outside. I wasn't We were in a hot climate, but you don't get any air in. Paul likes to lie in, as you know. So me trying to open the French doors to start with, you had to move the chairs because you can't fit it all because it's not a huge space. And then for me to put the blind up, it was like, oh, what's going on there?
You actually had to make that noise.
Yeah, you did.
You had to press a button and make the noise of it.
But then the window went, came down. So it's really noisy. So if I wanted to make a cup of coffee, which that's another tip for celebrity.
Just stop tangenting.
I can't, my brain's
I
going.
know, we'll stop, just answer one question at a time.
Remind me to talk about the kettle. Yeah, so it was just noisy. And I felt that when Paul was asleep, I just woke you up, didn't I? Because I wanted to get some.
I thought it was a one-man band walking around the cabin. Boom.
So yeah, we were after day 3. To be honest, we went and asked if we could have an ordinary balcony, but there are only 36 sunset balconies on Celebrity Beyond, and they were all full.
No, all full.
So we would definitely do the Edge class ship again, but we would never do an infinite balcony. Like I say, our full tour is coming out, so you can see exactly what our issues were. And some people we talked to, they're like, "Oh my god, it's brilliant." So it depends on what you like.
Yeah.
So,
and to go back to the kettle scenario,
yes,
because we're English, there was no kettle in our cabin, in our infinite balcony. And we went to reception and we asked for a kettle, and they looked at us like we had 7 heads. Kettle. I don't know. I have to speak to somebody about that. And about an hour later, I'd knock on the door. There's your kettle. But they made such a big deal about it. But then we spoke to somebody. Oh yeah, just ask for a kettle. They'll bring you one. And so, if you get there's no kettle. Don't think that you're on a Virgin cruise. You can ask for a kettle and they'll bring you one.
The cruiser Canucks have just said they've lost the audio. Can you hear us? If you can, hopefully you can hear us. I don't think we've been talking. You can't hear us. It seems like we've got all our. So do just let us know if you can hear us. So where were we? Right. Let's see. Working now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just thinking, oh my god, we're chatting away.
And apparently you can see some naked ladies as well, according to the comments. But
thank you, moderators, because there's some very inappropriate comments coming up. So thank you for sorting that out.
This is a proper tangent now. This is a Carole Morgan Slater tangent. We were in this room today doing some stuff, prepping for tonight, and then Carole said, "Oh my god, mate, come and look at this." We looked out the window, and there was a man and a woman on a tandem bicycle. Stark naked.
Yes. How random's that?
None of us had a camera.
No. How bizarre.
How bizarre.
They headed off up to Armscroft if you're in Gloucester, so they may well be in a goat by now.
You don't have to look at the naked ladies in the feed there. You can just look out the window and see them on a tandem.
So hi, Extreme Motorhome Adventures. During lockdown, we did some motorhome things, as you know. And these guys, if you like adventure, they're quite crazy. I hope you don't mind me saying, but they go hiking up mountains and doing all sorts, which is not in our
It's almost
lifetime.
Like they're extreme motorhomes,
yes.
Isn't it?
So I just like to give a shout out to them because they've got a fantastic channel. So if you love motorhome and you love doing mad things, then follow them.
Brits on a ship about Dave Simon. Yeah.
Okay. So thanks for that, Brits on a Ship celebration. We're really looking forward to it. It's something we've never done, and when we were invited, we've been invited to quite a few things, and we've this is the only thing that we've accepted at the moment because I think it really fits what we want to do, and it fits with our calendar. Yeah. So we're really excited about it. So Sally Mitchell's got quite an interesting question here. Could cruise never get boring for you? No, I don't think it will. I think we're going to start. We were just talking to, before we came on here, we had a Zoom meeting with a friend in Canada, Nick Tours, who's in the chat. Yeah. Yes, Nick. Hi. And we were talking about, he was asking us about different things which would be going on his channel. And we kept going back to Thailand, didn't we? About traveling, and we thought, you know what, we love cruising, but we're not just going to cruise, we want to do other things, and we really want to get back to land-based holidays and go into Thailand and the Far East again, but it's not really the time to do that at the moment, but I know that we will, but I don't think we'll ever get bored of cruising because we will always be trying different things. And I think some people are loyal to one cruise company, aren't they? For us, the excitement.
We've got no loyalty.
We haven't. And that's fine. Well, we haven't though, have we? Because we've loved a lot of our experiences, but yeah.
I think Lizzie Lou's commenting about the solos there as well. Not.
Thanks, Lizzie Lou. Yeah, so that's helpful just about the traveling solo. Anthony Phillips is saying, don't you use the motorhome anymore? We do. Paul's, because we've been cruising so much, Paul has been using it a lot for, he does the autographs racing, don't you?
I do.
So he's been using it a lot when we're at home, but we haven't actually used it for just conventional going away and campsites and traveling. But I think we will do more.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we're going to do more and more as older that we get, isn't it, really?
Yes.
So, Holly, there are. Hi, Holly. So that sounds interesting about Sail Croatia. So, yeah, we're so excited about that. So,
Steve from the UK has just pointed out we've also done river cruises, which is a small ship.
Of course, we have.
But in all fairness, yes, totally. But it's like chalk and cheese. River cruising to ocean cruising is like chalk and cheese. And everything's different about it. Entertainment, food. It's just it is a totally different experience. You could love one and hate the other.
Yeah.
We loved them both. We loved our river cruise. We loved normal ocean cruising. But some people, it just wouldn't be for them. And then
if you're into nightlife and being entertained, I think that's where you wouldn't enjoy But if you can entertain yourself and you love culture and exploring destinations, river cruising's for you. But obviously we've got our whole series about that you can look for on our YouTube channel. So thanks for pointing that out, Steve. Jason's asking, we're off on the MSC Mercavilla next Friday. What do you think of the food in general on MSC and specifically in the yacht club?
Terrible. Next question. No, it's not.
Mercavilla is the sister ship to Virtuosa, which we were on, and we did a vlog series, and that was one of our first. That was the first cruise we went on post-COVID.
Yeah,
and we were lucky enough to be invited into the yacht club, and I must say we were very, very impressed with yacht club.
Oh, it was fantastic.
We had good food in the standard dining room. We had a great gala meal. We had lobster and everything.
Yeah, I must admit I was very, very pleasantly surprised by the food. And like you said, yacht club. We had a day pass, which we forgot to give back, so we went there 3.5 days.
Yes.
And
it was great.
It was really, really good. And they've got like a buffet cum barbecue in yacht club.
In the pool, they've got a private pool, which is lovely.
The food there, oh my god! Yeah. And when they said to me, "Oh, do you want anything off the barbecue?" And I'm thinking, "Oh, do I want like a hot dog or something like that?" I thought, not really. So, he said, "Come and have a look, see what we got." And they had like big steaks and prawns and it was absolutely fantastic. It was, and what I like as well is you get your own swimming pool when you're in yacht club, whereas on Rich what's his face rooftop, what'd you get? Nothing.
Rich rooftop. Yeah, so I think
bucket
MSC
of water to put your feet
we
in.
had would we go back to MSC? Not sure, because there's so many other options out there. We had a nice time, but yacht club would be something we definitely consider if we did go back.
But again, it's back to the
price,
getting what you pay for.
Yeah,
princess to celebrity, and obviously, we've been led to believe yacht club's about double the money in it, I believe. To what you would normally
so it is down to budget.
Yeah.
Emma has joined us in the chat. Emma, we met on Queen Mary 2.
She's even put it on there.
Yeah. So thanks for joining the chat, Emma. We had a lovely time. Queen Mary 2 is we're back on her in September, aren't we? We had a fantastic time. So so it was brilliant. We had such a good time. Oh, so many people in this chat. So thank you all for joining us. We really do appreciate it, because it's what's the matter?
Well, no, I just see comments go, innocence abroad. I do love a good squirrel.
We're not sure what's going on.
That's not even one of the naked ladies' comments. That's that's from Bob. So what's going on?
So I think it's lovely that in the comments everyone's chatting amongst each other and advising people. So thank you so much for that. But I don't know what this is about.
No.
But anyway, so I tell you, Lizzie Lou's just been on MSC. She's just been on Virtuosa. So everyone's saying that they can hear us, thankfully. So that's great. James Goff. Oh, Your nephew's here. Hey, Uncle Paul.
Hello,
Hey,
James. It's me and Uncle Paul here.
Oh dear. So, yeah, I've just seen actually that Travel with Johnny and Will have just said about the Marilla Voyager. Yes, we may well see you on board.
Yes.
So we're hoping to. Which already for next year, we're thinking, right, we haven't got much booked, and then when we looked, we're like, oh my god! And it's my sister's 60th birthday as well, so we're trying to do a little bit of a trip with her, isn't it, to New York and Las Vegas? So that should be quite exciting. So let's see what we've got here.
I just want to thank James again for watching, because I bet you none of any of our family. No, Carole's sister has never ever watched any of our videos, and we forced her to watch one yesterday. We tied her to the chair and made her watch it. But... We
watched Marilla, the Electric Sunsets, which if you've been following us, you'll have seen. I
was going to dress as Brittany tonight. For
He did say, "Shall I put my Brittany wig on?" And I said, "No, I don't think so." So, Travel Lizzie Lou went through their village yesterday. The naked cyclists. Oh my God, they've cycled away then, because you're by Bristol Airport. Wow.
Wow.
These people that
they must be sore by now.
Must be sore by now. Yeah, there's this people that keep putting on. I think we have. Yeah. Okay, thanks moderators for trying to keep that under control. It looks like new subscribers can post, so I think actually we'll have to look at the settings for that. So let's see, because that's quite a valid point from Larry. Hi Larry, from Sun City, Arizona. Only 130 degrees today. Wow. Cruising the Empress Princess on a British cruise at Southampton. Hopefully pre-cruise testing goes away. Well, this week has been very interesting, so I'm sure all you avid cruisers, CDC have announced. We had an email about our Cunard cruise for September. We don't have to. Well, we have to test at home. We have to do an NHS test, and then we have to sign like the health declaration.
Have you tested?
Have you tested? Yes, I have. So how many people would do it?
Yeah.
I'm just glad that it's going away. Yes. I think, if you're fully vaccinated and boosted, I think there's just so many hoops to jump through that I think we've got to move forward, and we've got to, so move forward. Yeah. So I'm glad that it's going. So let's see. Yeah, thanks, Mobs, for removing the spam. So Joan Cook, hello there. I'm from Canada and would love to do a British Isles cruise. What line and time of year would you recommend? Thanks and love your channel.
Well, if you're looking for decent weather, Joan, the best thing to do is not do a British Isles cruise, because it's, apart from the last 3 days, it's just awful.
No, it's not. We often get good weather. It varies. The problem is it's so unpredictable. We've had brilliant Aprils, we've had nice Mays, we've had nice Septembers. I think obviously you get the best chance is July, August, really. But then it's school holidays.
Yeah. To put it into perspective, 15 years ago today, now bearing in mind the temperatures we've had the last 3 or 4 days in England, 15 years ago today, Gloucester was flooded to the point where nobody had any water out their taps. Luckily, we live on a hill, but I mean, we're talking 3, 4, 5 foot of water running down streets if you lived in certain areas in Gloucester. And then over the last 3 days, it couldn't have been any hotter. So you just never know what you're going to get. But what I would recommend, British Isles cruise, something like Fred Olsen or something like that, they do great British Isles cruises, don't they?
I think if you wanted to get to the smaller ports, it depends on the itinerary and where you want to visit. So I would base it on the itinerary, not the ship. Yeah. Because if you want to do, some of them do quite a Scottish intensive or Ireland, or go to little places like Falmouth and Cornwall. So I would look at the itinerary first and then pick where you want to visit. And pick something, because it says, dock in Southampton for London. It's not. It's like saying go to Le Havre to visit Paris. It's not. It's like it's 2.5 hours. Well, 2 hours away. So I would just pick it on itinerary. Would be the best advice for that. Did the viewing figures? Just got the last one, Paul Britney Spears. We have had 7,000 views actually in a short time, haven't we? So. Yeah, so it's gone down really well, hasn't it, actually? Yeah. It's and it's a bit of fun, isn't it? Electric Sunsets cruise is just not like a normal cruise at all, is it? So
No,
if you
it's
think
not,
it's a true reflection of Morella, it's not. But it is great fun.
Because I hardly ever dress up as Britney Spears on normal cruises.
No, not. Talking of electric sunsets, is Fran. We were with Fran and her mum on electric sunsets when episode 2. Watch episode 2 this Sunday, because there's a big surprise. There was a tribute band called Gals Aloud that we didn't expect whatsoever, and we were in hysterics, weren't we? So I won't give any more away, but nice to see you, Fran. If you've got, Fran's got a brilliant website called Gluten Free Horizons, as you can see here. So if you have any dietary needs, make sure you check it out, because she's got some really good advice about cruising and non-cruising. So yeah, so check that out. Let's have a look, because times are ticking like it's 5:02. Do you plan to do your lives? It's going to be ad hoc, I think, Lou, because just Sundays and weekends, or I don't think we can commit to every week, but I think we will be doing them when we come back from cruises. So it'll be a minimum once a month. And I think Thursday night will work for us rather than a Sunday. So I think it will be a regular slot, but it won't be weekly. Well,
I was looking at Kevin White's question, because he said he's going to buy us a beer if he meets us. So instantly perked up my interest.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, if you ever spot us on a ship, then just do
Thatcher's Go with about, where's my hand over there, about that much ice in the bottom.
Mark Wild's been telling us about Thatcher's Go Blood Orange.
Yeah.
A couple we met on Queen Mary 2 as well, who were lovely. So let's see, what else have we got time for? So heading to Thailand next week. Oh, really? Holiday, of course, is yes, holiday time for you teachers. Love your vlogs. Oh, we'll have a fantastic time. Wow, we love Thailand.
We do.
So let's see what else we've got. Brittany so Brittany scared me. Oh, that's funny. So that's have you still got the pink nails? No,
I had to get them off.
Oh dear. So let's have a look. Thanks, Lizzie Lou. Yeah, Lizzie Lou's put a link there to our electric sunsets vlog, so really appreciate that. Going on a Tui River cruise in September, Nick. So have a fab time.
Yeah, I think you'll have a good time.
Yeah, we've thoroughly enjoyed it. We definitely do another river cruise. I'd like to do Christmas markets one. So yeah, would you do another theme cruise? Hi there, Jenny. Would we do another thing? We would if it fit. But the one thing that we would do differently is we would we would book for a hotel 3 days afterwards, because we're in our mid to late 50s, and
what
we are. Why are you shocked?
47.
Yeah, and we were just knackered. Well, because Paul wouldn't go to bed on the last night, but that's another.
There we go. That fellow Forester there talking
fellow
about
Forester.
Yeah, talking about the floods, isn't it?
Hi, Jason. Yeah, remember the flooding? Wow. Oh, fellow Forester here. Oh, water and past. Yeah, in Longhope. Yeah. It was really, really bad. So, that's nice, isn't it?
Oh, more naked girls. Get on it, man.
Angela Welsh. Well, we just talked about that, Andrew. If you didn't see, how do you feel about the CDC decision not having to pay for the antigen test and certificate? We just hope people are honest to do the home test. You have to rely on that, don't you? And we know people aren't going to be honest.
The problem is as well, everybody tests before they go on a cruise, yet people still get COVID on the cruise. So obviously the testing is not working, because the day you test, you might not test positive. I mean, on the Beyond, we did a galley tour, and they were making up 50, 60 meals for people who were in quarantine. So obviously the system's not working anyway, and you can never rely on people, to be honest. But unfortunately, that the only way forward is to stop testing, because it's just, and with the symptoms now being nowhere near as bad as they were,
people are still getting sick from it,
but not nowhere near as bad as they were. I think it's like,
it's a difficult one.
It's a gamble. You have to decide what you want to do and what you take down, because that people are going to abuse the system. Have you tested? Yes, I have. No, I was negative. So that's it. They're going to abuse the system, but unfortunately, that's the world we now live in.
Yeah. And I think the rest of the travel world aren't testing, so why are cruisers still doing it?
Yeah.
Anthony Phillips has just brought up a valid point about my nieces about managing Carnival Mardi Gras. Now, Carnival is something we would like to try. We've been watching or talking with like the cruising Canucks. We've done a lot of Carnival, and I think we'd like it.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it would be good to try it at some point.
It's 8 o'clock, honey. It's 8 o'clock.
Is it 8 o'clock? Oh, well, let's see if we can get through a few more questions. If people are happy to stick around just for a few more minutes. Let's just see. Next time. Paul, next time I'm in Gloucester, I'll drop your travel kettle in. Let me just see if there's Nick Tours. That's Nick who we were talking about. Yes, we would. Gary was talking on his live stream about Great Lakes cruises, and that really piqued my interest. I thought, oh, that's very different. Do you know what that is? No. So yes, we would.
Not no to I wouldn't want to do it. No, I don't know what she's talking about. But that's nothing new in my life. This is just the same something, different day.
So yes, so I think we've come into the end. I hope we've Julian's asked about Eden on Beyond. Did we get a chance to eat at Eden? We didn't, and it was fully booked. And we were only 1,600 capacity. So if you are going on Beyond and you want to eat in Eden, then make sure you book it prior to going. And
what we also got told, we got to know one of the guest singers on there, Andrew Derbyshire, and he told us, because he was staying on the next week to entertain as well, and he had family coming on, and he said that Eden was fully booked for that week as well.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to get into.
It's hard to get in, but you can go there for lunch. But to get there for your evening dinner is very, very difficult. So make sure you book early. Yeah.
Right then. So let's just see if we've missed anything. Would we do a Disney cruise? It's not on our radar. It just doesn't appeal to us, does it? So, and it's so expensive. So it's not something we think, oh, we'll try that. If it was a reasonable price, I think. If it was you probably 30, would say, "Oh, forget it, don't."
But I 30 quid a night.
30 quid a night,
all inclusive. I give it a one.
So let's just have a scroll and make sure we haven't missed it.
You've got to leave it, mate. You've got to let it go.
I know. So it's got. How fast has that hour gone?
Well, in all fairness, I'd just be glad when we finish. You can stop talking. Christ Almighty! I'm gonna have to start wearing.
Sorry if I've been gabbling on, but I'm excited about. Do you know what? It really warms my heart that so many people just join us for a live chat, because we were really scared about going live. Well, you weren't. You was like, "Oh, come on, let's just do it." I was really nervous about it.
You can't tell by the Gabelatron still going there.
Okay, so thanks you ever so much. Thanks, yous.
Thank you all so much for watching. Yes. We appreciate it all. Don't forget, if you haven't joined us on Patreon, £1 a week, get on it. You'll know everything that's going on. It's so worth it. And I can, if 4 people join because of me saying about that, I can buy a pint of Thatcher's Gold. All these other people say, oh, it goes towards equipment and we can buy a new computer. It doesn't. We just spend it on cider and wine. But it's £1 a week.
I'm getting a new GoPro. I haven't told you about that yet. Right. Anyway. So thank you so much. Thank you all for the moderators, because there's been I need to have a look at that and chat with the moderators, because there's some bizarre people out there, aren't they? So apologies if you've seen some. Yeah. But it's been a great chat. I hope you enjoyed our vision.
And she's still talking.
Yes, I am. So we hope you've enjoyed it. And next week, follow us on our social media. Make sure you're subscribed. And we're off to Croatia. Woo! So there we are. So thanks again. Anything else?
Shut up.
See you all soon. Bye. Oh dear.